Hey guys, so for this video, I'm going to be doing something a little different and trying out the most optimal keybinds in the game. Now, if you're a fan of the channel, you probably think they're gonna look something like this because these are basically the keybinds I always recommend in my tips and tricks. Well, unfortunately, you are wrong. As optimal as those are, I've come across much more optimal and overall better ones from my man, BootyclapKC. I'm not gonna go too in-depth into them yet, but a little sneak peek is that I'm not going to be using WASD for movement. Instead, I'm going to be using IJKL. So make sure you check out Booty's video on the topic and his channel. And with that being said, let's jump right on into it. Before I get into all the new keybinds though, I quickly want to talk about the current ones that I'm using. So as you can see, I have my wall on my mouse button, F as my floor, my other mouse button as my ramp, and then Q as my cone. For all of you longtime viewers, you know that I just recently changed these, as I had my cone as my mouse button and then my wall as Q, and I just changed it to make box fighting easier and just have better movement while I build. As they stand right now, they're definitely not bad keybinds. There's something probably like a 6 or 7 out of 10 on the optimal scale, but they definitely can be better. The main way they could is that I would have my floor and my cone off of my index and ring finger. As you can see from the hand cam that I hope is running and working, I hit both of those with movement key fingers. That just means that I can't strafe right with my floor, and then I can't strafe left while I hold out my cone. And before you ask why I don't just put them on my thumb and my pinky like I always advise you guys to, the main reason is that my pinky only hits shift, and I can't hit control with it. If I could, I would, but literally my pinky is all messed up from playing basketball way back in the day, so literally does not bend or go anywhere else. And then my thumb, I could probably learn to press V and jump at the same time, but I would have to angle my keyboard differently, and it would take a long time to learn. So essentially, I guess I do have the most optimal keybinds for myself already, given my setup and just my weird hands and what I can and cannot hit. The thing is, these new keybinds from KC are going to allow me to do way more with my thumb and my pinky, even though, as I just explained, I can only hit one key with each. The keybinds I've been hyping up are as follows. For movement, I'm going to be using I, J, K, and L. So if you look now, I, J, K, and L are on the complete opposite side of your keyboard. Instead of being all the way to the left, they're basically as far right as you can get. Why would you ever want to do that? Well, basically so we can jump with right alt. What this does is that it allows your thumb to hit potentially 3 other buttons on top of jumping. So on my normal keybinds, like I said before, I can only hit my spacebar with my thumb, and that really limits what type of keybinds I can put on my thumb. I'm not sure if you guys can see it on the keyboard cam, but by hitting right alt, I can also hit my spacebar with my thumb, my Windows key with my thumb, and the key that's next to my Windows key. That alone is 3 extra keybinds I can put on my thumb that I could not before. Next up, I have B as my crouch button because that's basically where left shift would be for I, J, K, and L. Not really too much of a big difference. Where there's a huge difference though is what I'm using to target. As you can see, I have spacebar as my target button, which is basically what I use to ADS. So instead of aiming down sight using my right click, I'm actually going to be using space. And if you've been paying attention, this should kind of make sense because I want to utilize other buttons with my thumb. This seems like a pretty good one that I saw from a suggestion on Reddit. After that, I have reload on P, and that's no different from R, just for IJKL. For my weapons and harvesting tools, I decided to put Q, which is U for IJKL, as my pickaxe because I'm not using it for wall or cone. And then for the rest of my weapons, I have them as number keys except for shotgun. My shotgun, I'm going to try to hit with my thumb, which the period is right above my right alt. And this is so I just have better movements while pulling out my shotgun, which is technically the most important weapon in the game. Crouch, I said before, was on B, so that's the same thing as above. And then here are my building binds. Wall is still on my mouse button. Floor I have as 6, but I actually went into my SteelSeries software for my keyboard and rebinded 6 to my Windows key. In case you guys want to try it out, you will need a keyboard that has a software and that allows you to do this. So as you see there, I have right Windows as 6. This way in game, if I press my Windows key, the pop-up doesn't come up and ruin the whole thing. Instead, my floor does. Stairs are also going to remain on my mouse button, the one I had before. And then for my roof, I have it on V, which I can actually hit with my pinky because I only need to move it to the left and not down. A quick little look at each of them. Wall with my mouse button. Ramp with my other mouse button. My right Windows key is floor, which means I can keep all of my fingers on IJKL or WASD basically. And finally, V for cone, which means I still have full control of my movement, which I've never had before in my entire life while playing this game. The last major keybind is building edit, which someone on Reddit said to put as right click. So I'm gonna try that out. And we'll see what happens. Right mouse button with confirm edit on release would mean I just press my right mouse button, edit it back, and I have full movement. Oh my, no way. This is actually sick. What the heck? Let me try to build. Building's gonna be hard because my floor, but ooh. I'm still not used to using my thumb, but I can actually jump fine. Can I throw in a cone? Oh, that's gonna be weird. Low-key feels good though. The pre-edits. Let's try aiming down sight. I'm using spacebar. Full movement while taking out my shotgun. Oh, that's beautiful. The one that would be hard to learn though is using my thumb. Come on. Oh, no way. No way. No way. Oh my gosh. I keep pressing my old binds. That's the problem. But these are so much better than them. It's not even funny. Oh my gosh. Boys, I'm getting cracked. The right click to edit though, I haven't really looked at that. There's so many different keybinds that I'm trying out that it's actually confusing how many different binds I have. Like right click to edit. Oh, I want to get good on it so badly. I know I could. Oh my gosh, like I'm already learning it. Oh my god, I'm actually kind of good on these. So let's do what we always do and jump into a real game to put them to the test. Alright, so my goal is really just to get 1 kill. Also keep in mind, this is the first game I've ever played with it, and I was only in creative for about 10 minutes or so. Isn't that weird to look at? It says right alt to deploy downpour, my glider, instead of space. Everyone's gonna be freaked out. Oh god, there are a lot of people. Oh. Oh my gosh! How do I switch? Oh, there we go. My quick bar's not working. But I beasted that guy. Well, I mean, there's my kill. Oh, build the floor! Build the floor! Oh my gosh. I still can't build a floor. Am I just a god on these binds, or do these guys suck? Oh, whoops, that's the wrong button. That's 2 kills. Oh no, build! Build! Ah! Oh my god, I'm literally... Jesus. Bro, I'm trying out new binds. Come on, man. Well, that's the hard thing. It's impossible to pull out a floor when I'm not used to it. Overall, guys, that's gonna do it for me. I really do love those keybinds, and I think I might switch. I'm not entirely sure. Maybe if we hit some crazy like goal, like 100,000 likes, then I'll switch over or something like that. So, if you enjoyed the video, do be sure to drop a like, subscribe to the channel down here, and to turn on my notifications. Shout out to everyone using code IJJerian, put them on the screen. Hopefully I remember because I always forget in these types of videos. But seriously, I do love each and every one of you. Otherwise, that's it from me, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Later!